Alright, what is up YouTube? It's another tier list Tuesday. I was going through like the tier list categories and I didn't really know what I wanted to do this week. But we're gonna go ahead and do SpongeBob main characters. So there's Mr. Krabs, Sandy Cheeks, Patrick Starr, SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't know why I'm doing the last names. Squidward, Barnacle Boy, Gary, Karen, Mermaid Man, Mrs. Puff, Larry the Lobster, the pirate in the opening. I don't know if does he have an actual name? I can't remember. Pearl and Plankton. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. I know who my favorite character is. I don't really know about the rest, so I'm like... By the way, when I do these tier lists, I don't actually make a plan beforehand. I just kind of like go look at the tier list and you kind of just get my initial thoughts. That way it's more like raw. It's kind of just like, what are your thoughts like as you think about it right there and then? Because I feel like that's like the better thought to take. Of course, like there are other types of tier lists where you kind of want to think it out a bit more if you're trying to be like super analytical about it. Who's someone I don't I don't really think Larry the Lobster is that great. I think he kind of sucks. Like, if you ask me, like, what's something good that he did? Like, I kind of just feel like he made, like, SpongeBob feel weak in that one episode at the beach, where he rips his pants, right? And then other than that, he's kind of just, like, there. I don't really think he's that funny. And then he wants people to, like, live like Larry. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes you do want to live like Larry, but that doesn't mean, like, you just want to do the completely dangerous things. I guess just in comparison to everyone else, he's not that great. Let's see, who else sucks? I don't think Mrs. Puff is a good teacher. Like, don't get me wrong, SpongeBob is a pretty bad student, but like, come on. Like, you just straight up... Well, I mean, I know there's probably teachers that probably have a student they don't like, but like, I don't think you're a good teacher. Like, not to say that, I think there was one episode where they had a different teacher try to teach SpongeBob and he didn't do any better. Actually, no, he did slightly better, but it didn't work out in the end. Like, Mrs. Puff, like, still, you don't really seem like a good teacher. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Pearl kind of also sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, her dad is, like, cheap, but, like, sometimes you kind of messed up. You kind of messed up, Pearl. Wow. All of a sudden, I'm just, like, realizing who I don't like in SpongeBob. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pirate guy here because I don't think you do anything too amazing, but you're not that bad. Barnacle Boy. I mean, what's something good Barnacle Boy did? See, I haven't watched every episode. I mostly know like the old episodes and stuff. But like Barnacle Boy, you're not Robin. You suck. But do you suck as much as these guys over here? Or are you like here? I'm gonna put you here for now. Mermaid Man. I mean, you're just old. That's not your fault. I mean, Barnacle Boy is also old. Mermaid Man is also just kind of old. What the heck? Why did the white square come with you? Okay. Mr. Krabs. I mean, when you really think about it, he also kind of sucks, but I feel like his character... Mr. Krabs does a good job being a villain. Like, when you really think about it, like, so, yeah, Mr. Krabs could be, like, the friend or the main character of an episode, but he's actually, like, a pretty good villain sometimes, just because he's, like, super cheap and stuff. And, like, I think some Mr. Krabs episodes are pretty strong. Sandy's alright as well. All I'm thinking about is the Texas episode, but... Like, Sandy's cool. Good friend for SpongeBob as well. I think Gary could also be a B. The Gary Come Home episode or Gary's Missing episode. I think I have like either a DVD or like a videotape of it. I think it's a DVD actually. Where is Gary? Whatever. Like, that episode was really good. And Gary for the most part is like a good pet. It's living with SpongeBob. If you could live with SpongeBob, you must be a strong person. I think Karen... No, here. Let's do SpongeBob first. SpongeBob is an A. Good character, can be kind of funny, positive, but I think I actually really like episodes where the SpongeBob gets mad. You realize he's not like just completely happy. Like sometimes he could just also be mad. But a good main character for the show. Like I think you are the best fit for a main character in this show. I think if anyone else was a main character, the show wouldn't be as good, but I do feel like you being the main character does a good job for the cast. I think Karen is a good character, just the fact that you are married to Plankton. Like, man, that look like, come on. I don't know if you had a choice, but you know, if you chose to marry Plankton and you're dealing with all of that, you're a good character. Let's see. Okay, so I think all of these characters are S tier right here. I think Plankton is actually a really good character. I know he's the villain as well, and he kind of wants to like destroy everyone sometimes. But sometimes he just really wants that Krabby Patty formula. And I think Plankton episodes are really good episodes. And you learn a lot more about him, and you realize he's not even that bad of a person sometimes. Sometimes he does want to destroy the world and everything. But I think he's a good character. I think Squidward is a really good character in the show. It's really funny. So I think SpongeBob does a really good job. Like when you watch it as a kid, you enjoy it like as a funny cartoon. But when you watch it as an adult, I feel like more people relate to Squidward because they're just like, oh, I know how Squidward feels now. Like I hate SpongeBob's. Like they're so annoying. Like, I mean, that's how I think sometimes. I think Squidward just like does a good job. I think he's like the character for the adult. Like if you're an adult and you're watching with your kid, I feel like the Squidward is the character for the adult. Sometimes he's a bit too mean, but you know, I think he's, like I said, like SpongeBob has a really good cast. I know like for some people this is just a cartoon, but I think this show has a really good cast of characters that have like good like power dynamics in between them and like relationships. I think Patrick Starr is the best character in the show, mostly because I do like his jokes. I like the comedy with Patrick. I know he's just like a dumb guy, but the fact that as a kid you can appreciate the character and like find it funny, and I would say a lot of like things he does now is still pretty funny in old episodes at least. Sometimes like when I watch a show when I'm younger, I find it funny, and then when I watch it when I'm older, I don't find some of the jokes as funny anymore. I'm just like, oh, that's, you know, it's, oh shoot, that's kind of a lame joke, right? But like Patrick, like I still find a lot of his jokes from the old episodes really funny even as I'm older. So yeah, that is my SpongeBob tier list. I think for the most part, I just really like these three characters. I think these three characters have like the best episodes, best moments in SpongeBob. But yeah, like I said, I still think SpongeBob is a great main character because I don't think the show would be as good, or it would just be a completely different show if these guys were the main characters, right? Like I don't think SpongeBob is as good as a side character. I think he's good as a main character, and like these people shine off as the side characters or when they just have their particular episode. I don't really like episodes too much, or I don't really like SpongeBob too much when he's just like the side character. But usually when he's the side character for an episode, I think like they're just trying to not make him shine too much since, you know, he's already the main character. But yeah, that's my tier list for SpongeBob, for the main characters. If you agree, let me know. If you don't agree, let me know as well. Debate with me. I think Patrick's the best. All right. Peace.